بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. Chapter number 8 of Kitab al-Tawheed, Ar-Ruqa wa-Tamaim. Ar-Ruqa wa-Tamaim. Ruqa is the plural of Ruqya. And what is meant here, we said last chapter we discussed, Ruqya is what? Ruqya is the act of seeking a cure by reciting the Quran and the adhkar or the du'as the Prophet ﷺ taught. Reciting the Quran or the adhkar and the dua the Prophet ﷺ taught, reciting on yourself or as someone else to gain a cure is called ruqya. You're curing yourself. And then we discussed the chapter on wearing amulets, charms, ta'weez, hirs, talismans, whatever you call them. And that is shirk. And that is shirk. Now the next chapter, he brings a general chapter on ruqa and tama'im. He says, so we can understand this very well. عن أبو بشير الأنصاري أبو بشير الأنصاري رضي الله عنه he narrates عن أبي بشير الأنصاري رضي الله عنه أنه كان مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم that Abu Bashir, he was in the company of Allah's Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم في بعض أسفاره on one of his journeys. فأرسل رسولا, so the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he sent a messenger to proclaim to the people, to teach the people, أن لا يبقين في رقبة بعير قلادة من وتر أو قلادة إلا قطعت أو قطعت. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he sent out a messenger to everybody. There shall not remain any necklace or bowstring which is tied on a camel or on the necks of the camels or other animals, except that cut it off. The ta'weez, as our Indo-Pak brothers call it. The hirs, some of our brothers call it. The hijab, some people call it. That amulet, that talisman you wear. Before in Jahiliyyah, even today in some communities, they did not just use it for human beings. They used to use it even for animals. And this is the hadith here. We went through the hadith of human beings. The Prophet ﷺ says, this hadith reported by Bukhari and Muslim, nothing like that should remain in any animal even. Why? Like we discussed in the last class. For those who are not here, it is very important you go and listen to that class. Very important. You go on YouTube, you search Abu Umar, you'll see someone who looks like me, listen to that class. Very important. We can't repeat the details today. But to show you how haram it is, how prohibited it is, it's not allowed even to be on animals. By the way, they still do this today. They put it on camels or cows. And they put a bell. You seen a bell hanging on a cow or a camel? Some of them use it as a sign. If the cow was to be lost, they can listen to that sound. But some of them, they believe that's protection. Or they put other things on the camels to protect them. This is shirk. Like we said, how does a piece of string protect you? Next, Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, he narrated that he heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, Inna ruqa wa tama'im wa tiwalata shirkun. Ruqya is one, mufrad, jam', the plural of that in Arabic is ruqa. So this hadith reported by Abu Dawud and the Musnad of Ahmad, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, ruqa and tama'im. Tama'im is the plural of tamima, like we said, those things people wear on the neck, hirs, ta'weez. And tiwala they are all shirk. What is meant here? The ruqa which is meant here, now read the second paragraph, is the act of reciting incantations, they're called incantations, and charms and words which are not in the Quran or in the Sunnah to seek a cure. This is mostly from sihr, magic. They recite words, you don't know what language they're speaking, right or wrong. And that's how they're calling on the shayateen. Those kinds of ruqa, they are shirk. The ruqya which is of the Quran and the hadith the Prophet ﷺ taught you, that is allowed completely. You understand? So next time you go to someone and he acts like he's the one who he can cure you and give you whatever, and he's reading things you don't understand, run away. Run away. Because that is shirk. And that is how magicians, they do magic. They have special words they say to call on the shayateen and the jinn and to worship them. Then the shayateen, they obey them. Those kind of incantations, ruqa, they are shirk. They are shirk. At-tama'im. What does the tama'im mean? Tama'im, like we discussed, is the plural of tamima. Putting an amulet around the neck of children to save them from the effects of evil eye. Or some people don't just wear it, you don't just wear it. Some people wear it on the neck, some of them on the hand, some of them the baby on the waist, on the feet, right? Or some people they hang it on their door. Some people they put it under their pillow. That is shirk. With the details we discussed last class. You have to go back to the details we discussed last class. Either it is minor shirk or it is major shirk. And tiwala, what is tiwala? The hadith says ruqa and tama'im and tiwala, they are shirk. Tiwala is the sihr they do. It is the sihr they do, magic they do, bewitchment, to make a woman more beloved to the husband or the husband more beloved to the woman. This is all shirk. Because someone might say, oh, it's for a good cause. We're making him love more and he is loving her more. No, shirk is shirk. Shirk is shirk. There is no white magic and black magic. That is the trick of the shaitan. Magic is magic. There's a whole chapter on this. Abdullah ibn Uqaym radiallahu anhu, he narrated the following marfu' hadith. We said, what is the marfu' hadith? Hadith which they relate to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man ta'allaqa shay'an wukila ilayhi. The one who wears something, the one who hangs something, the one who attaches himself to something, you will be left to that thing. That thing will be put in charge of you. Remember the hadith we read last chapter? The Prophet ﷺ said what? فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَزِيدُكَ إِلَّا وَهْنًا. When he asked the person, why are you wearing this? Why are you wearing the ring? قَالَ مِنَ الْوَاهِنَةِ, is from weakness. The Prophet ﷺ said what? It only increases in weakness. Why? Because it's in this hadith, whoever hangs something believing it protects him, Allah will put that thing in charge of you. And how can a ring or a black string take care of you? And this is a severe warning. It's a severe warning that Allah is saying, I'm not in charge of you anymore. I don't take care of you. La ilaha illallah. Then you're in deep trouble. Then you're in deep trouble. You do not, some people they have that thing, and this is from the kuffar also, but Muslims they took it. You know, the sign of the hand, right? The sign of the hand. So they make